Hello everyone. Oh, excuse the messy garage. Today is a car vlog from experiences with my father, hence why it's just me and not me and Theo, because he seems to be less and less interested in doing the car vlogs. So what are we doing today? What am I doing today? So it's a few car-y sort of stuff today. So we still got the Mini. That's, where are we with that? I've got to go to the mechanic later. New mechanic, you'll see him later. We are putting a new rocker cover on that to see if that sorts out the cold start issue. If that sorts out the cold start issue, bingo bongo bango, take it home, clean it, make it look lovely. If not, we'll have to have a little rethink, basically, and sort of see what other options there are. Today, what I'm doing is, well, that's one of the things today. The other thing I'm doing today is I came up with this sort of bit of a brainwave. So sit down, because they're unusual for me. And I decided that, so Theo and I have this. This is our toy, if you like. This is my 2011 BMW Z4 E89. 2.5 litre straight six manual car, and I love it, to be honest with you. But as you can see, starting to look a little tatty. So one, starting to look a little tatty, but two, I have an issue with it. And the issue is this, is that I suffer with my back. I have done for years. Don't know why. Don't know why I have had such bad back issues. I think possibly I'm slightly chubby. That probably doesn't help me. Plus, I've had a few car accidents and stuff like that. So it's very much lines of right. Okie dokie. I've always suffered, but it's getting worse. And the problem is the Z4 seats don't have lumbar support. So as you can probably see what might be happening in the background there. So the Z4 seats don't have lumbar support. So I kind of thought to myself, well, what on earth am I going to do? So then I sort of started to think about maybe changing the car. But I thought, well, if I want to change the car, I love that car so much, I want to change it for something really special, really kind of like, whoa. And so I kind of settled on the V8 Vantage, Aston Martin V8 Vantage with a manual convertible. So again, two-seater convertible manual. And then I came to the conclusion, this is bonkers. That's so much more money than the Z4's worth. It's more money than I can afford at the moment. And to be frank, we don't use it that much. I probably put less than 3,000 miles a year on it. It is literally my toy. It's what I use in the nice weather. It's what I use when I really fancy a good drive. It was what I call my divorce present. So when Theo and we split up. Theo and I split up? I don't think so. Theo's mum and I split up. I was never really allowed to buy sort of things that I wanted to buy when I was married. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to treat yourself. Treat yourself to something you want. So I wanted a two-seater convertible manual. I had to have Isofix in the front. That was a real big point for me. And so it kind of became that, between that, the SLK, and a Porsche Boxster. I didn't like the SLK. Can't really put my finger on why. Just didn't really click with me. And again, manual, one of those rarest hen's teeth. Porsche Boxster, quite liked it, but I didn't like the cloth roof. So I decided I wanted a metal folding roof. So this was the one I went for. And I've been really, really happy with it. Got 230 odd brake, something like that. So it's not rocket ship quick, but it's quick enough, and it's got a lovely sound to it and stuff like that. So anyway, I had this brainwave, and I thought, well, hang on a minute. If the only issue I've got is the seats, why not change the seats? So that's what we're going to do. So I bought a pre-used, pre-loved set, if you like, off of eBay. This has come out of a car of a similar age, less mileage, I believe, than mine. But the main difference is the seat design is slightly different. I think I prefer the seat design of the originals, if I'm honest. But these have got lumbar support. and that is what I'm missing. That is what I need. So I'm hoping that we can swap these over, and well, they're going to take work, and then we'll swap them over and see if we're happy with them. And if we're happy with them, bingo bongo bango. If not, if it's not really changing the issues, then I might have to have a rethink. But we'll see. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that'll work. So today the idea is, as you can see, these seats are a little mucky. They need some love. So the main difference is, if I show you around the other side, oops, sorry, that these here, so these controls are the same on both seats. Now on the seats that I already have, the original seats, this here has a switch here, which is the bolster control. So this basically brings the bolsters in and out. Obviously this one doesn't have that, but what it does have is this, which is your lumbar. So this is going to be, this area here is going to bring that out, bring that up, and that's where I'm suffering most. I don't really worry about these too much. This is a big issue for me. I've had a look at the connections. Oh, sorry. I've had a look at the connections underneath, and they seem almost identical to what I already have in the original. So the thought process is, the hope is that this will literally be a swap over, plug and play kind of deal. I may well be wrong. I usually am. So today we're gonna clean up the interior. I bought a whole new interior, and I'm basically going to pick the best bits, like the center console of the Z4 at the moment. The armrest is tired. It's really, really tired. It needs repainting. It needs sorting out. So I'm going to swap that over, pick the best of the door cards from the two of them, and all that lot. And then the end, what I will do is I will take the old interior, or what will end up being the old interior, and I will probably definitely clean that up, repaint it, same colour, which is carbonara or carbonara beige or something like that. I've got it written down somewhere. I'll repaint it all, so get it all looking up to standard, up to a good quality, and then I'll sell that on as a updated interior. So hopefully this won't actually end up costing me too much money. That's the fingers crossed plan. So let's get cleaning this seat and see how good we can get it. I'm starting to wonder if this new interior that I've already bought might need repainting as well. So let's see how good I can get this chair. This is the driver's side, so this will be the worst chair of the two, I'd have thought. So we'll see how we get this going, and that'll help me make a decision for future. So wish me luck. So I'm going to use a number of different products on this. Going to have a bucket with warm water in it. I've got this leather cleaner. I've got this leather cleaner. I've also got this, which is a mix of G20 something. Hang on. Sorry, G101. This is a mix of a ratio, I think it's 20 to 1, so 20 parts water to 1 part of the product. It's quite an aggressive product, but I want to see some results. So got a big nice fluffy brush, as you can see. There we go. Come on. Let's just do a little bit of the chair here. Let's do this bottom bit here. Just rub this in. Get all the dirt, all the crannies. Actually, it seems we can look quite well with this, which is nice. And I've got to be realistic. It is going to go on a 2011 car. You know, it's from a 2011 car. It's never going to be immaculate or perfect, but if you're going to do something, do it to the best of your ability. So you can see the cloth there, hopefully is a bit mucky, so the muck has come off. So I'm going to do the bottom, I don't know what they call that, a squab I think it's called, maybe. I'm going to do the bottom of this, then I'm going to use the other two leather cleaners as well. to... That bottle is rubbish.
Hey, what do you say? This whole town could be red by the end of the day. If you feel alright, we could throw it and drive. With the radio up so loud they can hear us from miles. Me and you, nothing to do. These days they come and go.
Actually, I'm quite chuffed with that. So if I show you the side piece here, you can see here all the muck, all the dirty handprints and stuff. So let me just clean that off. And hopefully you'll be like, wow, what an amazing difference. So this is the G101 product, as I say, that's been watered down. This is the first stage of a 3-stage clean. So I'm hoping you can see the difference. It still needs more work. Still needs a lot more work, but it's definitely making improvements. So I'm going to shut up and I'm just going to get on with having a very wobbly camera. Please stay there. Not the best tripod in the world I've got here. Hello, stay there. Thank you.
When the sun comes up, we'll be feeling how we do right now. My heart's on fire, coming down to the wire. While the world sleeps, we'll keep burning brighter and brighter. Me and you, nothing to do. These days they come and go. Me and you, nothing to lose. I feel it in my soul. So let's let the good times. Me and you, nothing to do. These days they come and go. Me and you, nothing to lose. I feel it in my soul. So let's let the good times roll. So let's let the good times roll.
Got a little bit of suede on the sides here, which, strictly speaking, shouldn't be cleaned by this stuff, but actually it's hidden most of the time by the central column. So it's not a major deal. Right, so I'm gonna get myself a new clean cloth, some hot water in there, and then we're gonna go through another cleaning process and see how much more we can get out. Right, so while I was filling this up with water, I had a bit of a rethink, and I'm not going to use hand soap. I've decided let's just go with what is done for leather seats. I'm also that's gone. I'm also not going to use this. Bear with me. Oh, getting old. Right, I'm also not going to use this. This is Dirt Busters leather conditioner. And the reason I'm not going to do this is because I am probably going to paint them, and so that makes no sense to put conditioner on. That's again, it acts as a barrier against the paint. So we'll just give it a really good clean, mask it up with the masking tape, and then order some paint. But I have to say, that's come back really well. Actually, I'm really chuffed with that. But as you can just see, the slight discoloration. Gonna give it another couple of cleans. But there's discoloration here as well, especially. It's a side bolster where people are getting in and out. It's bound to happen. Same with the side. So I'm going to clean the whole interior and see where we go from there. So the next one's going to be this one, the Simmons. So just a few dabs here, there, and everywhere. He says a few dabs and then sprays the stuff and stuff. Don't want too much water. My tennis elbow is not going to thank me for that. But again, just scrubbing in to the seat. God, I can smell it.
Hey, what do you say? This whole town could be red by the end of the day. If you feel alright, we can throw it and drive with the radio.
Now, I would normally probably, once I finish this, not leave them in the garage actually, but probably put them in the dining room or something. The joys of having my own home. I'm not going to be nagged by someone what I do, but I'm looking after my niece's rabbit, Trevor. And Trevor is currently in the dining room, mooching about. It's only his first day with us. He's not been overly happy. I think he's missing my niece quite a bit, which is rather cute. But there's been a definite grumpiness to Trev. They've gone away, so I'm doing my bunny uncle duties, basically. So Theo and I used to have a rabbit. We used to have a rabbit called Rosie, and we very much loved having Rosie, but unfortunately I kind of made the decision really that I didn't feel that we were giving Rosie a good enough home, and I stand by that decision. I still think that was the right decision to make, or is the right decision to make. You know, when you have an animal in your life, you have to constantly think, I think you have to constantly think about whether you're giving that animal the best life you can give it and the best life it can have. And if at some point you're thinking, do you know what, I don't think I am, I think that animal could be better off somewhere else or with someone else, then you have to make the very hard decision to sort of go, well, maybe we need to let that animal go then. Maybe we need to give it to someone who can spend more time with it, spend more time on it, you know, give it more attention than we can. I work quite a lot, and Theo's with me, what, 70% of the time, and yeah, you sort of realise that maybe, just maybe, we're not giving this rabbit the best life that she deserves. So I decided the right thing, not the easy thing, but the right thing to do was to give her to a loving family. So that's where she is now. She's with a loving family. Getting lots of love and attention. God, that feels even better again. Wow. Right, so final stage. Clean that. I'm massaging this in with another brush. leave it a while, and then wipe it off. My brushes seem to be disappearing. So again, just up and down, side to side, circular motions. Just trying to get in all the nooks and crannies. Down, we'll never come down. When the sun comes up, we'll be feeling how we do right now. My heart's on fire, coming down to the wire. While the world sleeps, well. And there we have it. One clean leather Z4 E89 seat. Clean, but does need a paint. So that's going to be the next stage really. So I'm going to clean up the whole of the interior, and then while I do that, I'm going to go and see Theo, the mechanic, or one that's drying, I should say. I'm going to go see Theo, the mechanic. So catch you in a bit. So hopefully you can see there's a kind of a bit of a before and after here, in the sense that this is the driver's side that I've just done. Cleaned it up, and it does look really good through the camera, but if I really sort of focus, there are marks here, and this is the passenger side before I've cleaned her up. So yeah, get in there. So here are a few before and afters of the door card centre column, basically using the same process as I did with the seats, but just show you the difference before and afters, and so these will be installed in the car at the same time as we do the seats.
Let's let the good times roll.